In this rotation of the Furious Torrent, we have Iovar in the main account. Can he push me over the triple S threshold? Stay tuned to find out. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Sebastian with another Watch or Run video. So in this one, I'm going to be focusing on the Furious Torrent here for the Immortal Codex. In this rotation, I really wanted to see if I could push my composition to get into the triple S range, because we do have Iovar here in the account, and he is the new Purser Lord that has been introduced into the game. And one of the benefits that he affords us is that we can actually place him in the platform. We can use him, you know, to at least add some damage to the composition. Whereas with Aracha, we really were only using her for the lore bonus and the extension. So I am going to go with the same 5 heroes that I used previously in my previous run. And that includes Silas, Nyx, Razaak, Eloin, and my Dolores here to help us boost a little bit and help Nyx along with Silas do some damage in the corner. If you're curious about the builds here, I have Iovar. Did I skill him up? Yes, I did invest some skill ups on him. I did not invest here the final 2 on the basics. Maybe we'll come back that in a later time. But he is base. He is not awakened. For gear, I decided to go with Infernal Roar for him. He is a single target hitter, so we're just going to take advantage of that for the basics. Essentially, what I settled on is kind of in the 15,000 attack range, and we'll also kind of show you what my Hyperion level is in case you're curious. 477 speed, so I did try to make him a little bit fast, and because of that I did sacrifice some critical damage, 273, and he did have a little bit of rage regeneration in his gear of 20%, so that's kind of what you're looking at. Before we go into this, let me just show you here my Hyperion, because I do forget sometimes to show this. I am a level 270, so we have to take into account these stats included into this particular run. When it comes to Silas, I did give him the Spirit Siphon. What did I give Iovar? Iovar, I settled actually with the Idol's Gaze. I was getting a little bit more damage with this one. You can try Spirit Siphon if you have one, but that's the one. For Iovar, I did decide to at least take advantage of the extra damage that we could get. Now, we know that Silas, he will reduce defense. He can unlock that feature on his own, so I did give him Spirit Siphon in his gear. Again, Infernal Roar is what I decided to go with him. I pushed a little bit over 14,000 for attack, 418 speed, and I did give him a little bit of critical damage here with 355. Now let's talk about the AoE hitters. Of course, we have the MVP for this particular content. With Nyx, I give her a Sharpshooter's Crest. You can see that is maxed out. She did get the Soulbound Arcana to take advantage of her ultimate and try to build that damage up a little bit. Almost 17,000 attack, not quite there. 422 speed, 311 critical damage. And I did, luckily some of my pieces do have rage regeneration, so you can see that she has 22% there. And then Razaak is only awakened twice. All the other ones, yes, they're awakened 5 times. And the Iovar was not awakened. So when it comes to Razaak, I actually settled for the Reaper's emblem on him. I was actually getting a little bit more damage on him. I did get his exclusive, but unfortunately, I do not have the metro to get him up to and test it at least at 10. So I will come back to that in the future. Hopefully we can actually test this artifact and see how good it is. But for him, I tried to push him as much as I could to 18,000 attack, as you can see there, 400 speed, 292 critical damage. And for this set, I went with Ageless Raz, tried to take advantage of the critical damage that this set gave me, and then anything in the critical. Yeah, so there wasn't another Soulbound Arcana set that I really thought that could push this, but as soon as I put him in the H list, he did kind of push the damage that I needed him to do. So you can kind of mix and match your sets and see what works for you. But I wouldn't neglect H list. he would certainly benefit from Soul Arcana as well. And if I can actually put a good Soul Arcana set on him, I think I might be able to push a little bit further than I did in this run that I'm going to show you. So that's kind of the builds there. LON here, I'm just bringing over because of her rage regeneration, the rage regeneration boost. I did give her the orb to give me a little bit of attack speed. And her gear, of course, is an invigoration set. And I'm going to give this attack up to Razaak, and you'll see that on the right hand side. And then that's really it. What I'm bringing her for. When it comes to Dolores, of course, it's all about the invigoration set and boosting, giving us the inspiration, of course, get some boost on the damage. And I have the golden scarab on her. This really does boost the damage or DPSs when she's wearing that. So that's the team here. And so now let me just show you the run and see if we do get to triple S this time around. Okay, folks, here's the clip of the run that I actually managed to put together to see if this composition could push it past triple S. Were they successful? Here it is. Enjoy. So there you have it, folks. So that setup there allowed me to finally push past the triple S threshold, and we got it this round. And that is something that I was really looking forward to do in this rotation since we added Iovar to the account. Now you can see that there are the 4 primary DPSs here. Nyx, of course, is the one that I push to do the most damage as possible. 161k, 93k with Razaak. Instead of putting Razaak with Nyx, I decided to just put him on the other side, put him close to the portal, take advantage of his AoE damage, and then use Eloin to boost him. And of course, he's not going to be persistently boosted like Dolores, but this is how I was able to get his damage up. You saw Silas, he's good at what he does, so I got almost 90,000 out of him. And Iovar gave me 40,000, which is as good as he can do in this context. And you can probably make him even probably push better. But at least for what I needed him to do, he did exactly the job that I needed. So in this regard, Iovar did help me boost to get this content completed, at least get the triple S this round, and we'll take it, because that's essentially what we want to do here in the end game when it comes to this. So nothing really specific about the setup of how everything was put together. The only thing that I can tell you is that after toying around with this specific configuration, that I decided to just go in the sides, forget the middle, and I paired up Nyx with Silas and Dolores, and here Razaak on this other end. I know that other people like to pair up here Razaak and then just have Silas try to pick off the side here. I wasn't really getting the boost that I needed from Razaak to be able to do that. Others may be doing it based on the gear that they have, or based on the rotation that they're able to get everything activated. I did not worry too much about when ultimates were released right away. I just clicked the auto feature for the ultimates and let them go. Try to get everything wrapped up as soon as I can. Don't waste any time. And that's essentially what ended up being. So you can see kind of then again the setup here. It did not work for me again if I put Iovar here in the center or Silas in the center. They really do need to be here in the bottom so they can pick up the tridents that are set here in the bottom. Otherwise they will ignore them and they start targeting the minions here, these fishes. As they come around, and they forget about the tridents. And if you can't get tridents down, then you lose in the opportunity to score points. So those are kind of the tips that I can give you in terms of setting this up. What I learned once I started setting things up with Iovar, and he just provided the boost that I needed with that triple S. So I'll leave you all there. We did it. We managed it. It's in the record books. And so now we'll wait for the next rotation, or if I have time, to try to push even a little bit more, see if we can get to 200,000 here before this rotation closes. So I'll leave you all with this. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching, and I will see you all next time in the next Watch or Runs video. And please remember to hit like and subscribe on the way out.